Hello, welcome again. We are solving GATE 2022 Mechanical Engineering Paper 1. Question number 44 is consider steady one-dimensional compressible flow of a gas in a pipe of diameter 1 meter. At one location in the pipe, the density and velocity are 1 kilogram per meter cube and 100 meter per second respectively. At a downstream location in the pipe, the velocity is 170 meter per second. If the pressure drop between these two locations is 10 kPa, the force exerted by the gas on the pipe between these two locations is dash Newton. Option A 350 pi square, option B 750 pi, option C 1000 pi, option D 3000. Okay, now at location 1, the density is 1 kg and 1 kg per meter cube and velocity is 100 meter per second. Okay, and at other location the velocity is given only, that is 170 meter per second. Okay, so at these two, as the flow is steady, so at these two locations the mass balance should exist. Okay, and area of the pipe is same, or it is a constant diameter 1 meter, so mass in at 1 and mass out at 2 should be equal. So it is rho 1 a v1 and rho a v2, rho 2 a v2. So as the fluid is compressible, so there will be change in density. As rho 1 is 1 and v1 is 100, so rho 2 is equal rho 2 and v2 is 170, so rho 2 can be found out as that is 0.588 kilogram per meter square. So there exists different density, so we will use only the mass flow rate for the steady flow as constant. Okay, now the velocity changing and there is pressure drop between location 1 and 2, so P2 minus P1 is given as 10 kPa. Okay, so as pressure drop is given as 10 kPa, so P2 minus P1 is minus 10. Okay, and so the force exerted is P2 minus P1 into A, so minus 10 and 10 over 3, this is area. And there will be inertia force, and inertia force is rho 2 a v2 square minus rho 1 a v1 square, so this is your inertia force. Okay, and because this is the final rate of change of momentum, final momentum at this, at location 2, and this is initial momentum. Okay, so the change in this rate of change of this momentum or will be inertia force. So this is your inertia force and this is your pressure force. Okay, so now we have this P2 minus P1 as minus 10 and 10 over 3, and area is as diameter is 1, so area is 5 by 4 1 square, and rho 2 is 0.588. Okay, into and v2 is 170 square, and rho 1 is 1 and v1 is 100 square, and area is same, so it comes out as minus 751.75, or in so it is in opposite direction, so force or its magnitude will be 751.5, 51.75. If we consider only magnitude, the answer is option B. Okay, next, consider a rod of uniform thermal conductivity whose one end x is equal to 0 is insulated and other end x is equal to L is exposed to flow of air at temperature T infinity with convective heat transfer coefficient H. The surface of the rod is insulated so that the heat transfer is strictly along the axis of the rod. The rate of internal heat generation per unit volume inside the rod is given as Q dot is equal to cos 2 pi x by L. The steady state temperature at the mid location of the rod is given as Ta. What will be the temperature at the same location if the convective heat transfer coefficient increases to 2a? Option A TA plus Q dot L by 2H. Option B 2TA. Option C TA. Option D TA 1 minus Q dot L by 4 pi H plus Q dot L by 4 pi H into T infinity. Okay. So heat generated per unit volume is given as Q dot is equal to cos 2 pi X by L, and if we this is per unit volume, so we if we take a small strip along the length of thickness dx, and as area is constant, as question area constant, so this is the heat generated within that small volume. Okay, and x is varying from 0 to L, so and so this will be the total heat generated. Okay, finding out total heat generated. Okay, so Q dot is your cos 2 pi X by L. Okay, so taking this A, so integrating it will be sin 2 pi X by L, L to 0. So it will be, if you put the limit, it will be sin 2 pi minus sin 0. So this quantity will be 0. Okay, so it means there is no heat generated. Overall, whatever heat is generated in the left part, that is dissipated in the second part. So overall, there is no heat generated. If there is no heat generated, then there will be no dissipation of heat at x is equal to L. Okay, because its temperature will remain same if because there is no heat transfer to the center. Okay, and and the it is also given that the surface of the road is insulated, so there is no heat dissipation from that part also. Okay, so heat will start from x equal 0 and will be generated up to half part, or we can say half part, and then it will be dissipated to second half part, so that the temperature at x is equal to L will remain same. So if temperature at x is equal to L remains same, then there will be no heat dissipation to surrounding, and even if we change H, then there will be no effect on the maximum temperature. So answer is TA. Okay. Next,